Hello everybody, I'm Elisa and welcome to my channel Lunar Elise. Today I'll be doing a reading for the astrological sign Capricorn. And if that's for you, if it resonates somewhere with you in your natal chart, as well as if you're cross-watching or if you just found your way here, it's for you. But if you're not resonating with it, please don't try to force it. It's just simply not your week, and maybe you're resonating with another energy in your natal chart. And you can check out one of my videos or one of my other videos, or you can check out another YouTuber. No hard feelings in any case. So this reading will be for a week long. That's the intention, the 21st to the 28th, but the dates are not a strict rule basis. They're just for organizational purposes. So before we get started, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. And I ask that we're grounded and present, open to receive messages, and that I can be a clear channel. And we can go ahead and get started. We'll be looking at the situation, outcome, and action of your week. So the first two cards that we have are the Eight of Swords, trapped in fear, and the Six of Pentacles, material and spiritual prosperity. So what I'm feeling here is that you feel like you need to speak up about an imbalance in your life. This feels like a relationship in particular, but it seems as though you're afraid of how what the outcome is going to be. I think you know that you need to take action, so you can have this like peace of mind. But I'm gonna get an Osho Zen Tarot about what I'm kind of clarify the Eight of Swords here, the trapped energy that you're feeling. And we have the Five of Pentacles, the outsider. So traditionally I always hear a lot of like, this is being on the outside looking in. And back to the Six of Pentacles, you're like, this is, in this way, it's like, oh yeah, I see this imbalance. I'm going to pull a card from the top to get the Six of Pentacles, right? So we have the Seven of Swords here. This is about, there's a mask present. There's either you're having to strategize how to get into this balance, or you're just kind of having to play the system. If this is like work related, you're like, man, like, do I really have to go around, these people? Maybe you have a boss that's like not really working with you. Maybe you have employees or coworkers that you're just like there's some sort of dissatisfaction here, and you're kind of like, I don't want to be left out in this energy anymore. You want balance. You're here, that's what you're here to attain. You have your goal in sight and you're going to achieve it. It is just kind of moving out of this mental energy, right? And in both cards, because we have the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords in two different decks, it is saying like, yeah, like, the mental energy is the only thing that's blocking you. And it almost in a sense feels like, it could feel like you're having to play games and you're like, man, I don't want to play games. I'm like, why? Or somebody is playing games. I don't know. It's what I'm saying is it's not just strictly like all in your head, because I do think there's things going on around you that are making you uncomfortable. And so you're, in a sense, just kind of figuring out how to speak up about it. So I'm going to get two more on the situation. So emotional withdrawal and the sacral chakra. So you're really being asked here to embrace some emotional aspects of what you're feeling here. Before you act, you're saying, okay, like, because this is water energy and this is also water energy, being the cups, and you're ready to close this door, but you're still taking the time to figure out how you need to do it. What's really at play here? Is it a head over heart decision? And how is it draining you? I think, specifically emotionally draining. Not only is it like, there's maybe some anxiety wrapped around everything, or fear, right? So your mental energy is kind of down, but it's starting to affect you emotionally. Like you're not as excited to go to work or encounter these people, these relationships. So, you know, you're in a sense, you are taking that step back to emotionally withdraw, but also to just be like, I'm just gonna watch and see what happens. Because with this politics card, you know, which can be seen as like, you know, self-deception in a sense. I think, you know, you're trying to get clarity on everything. You're like, and I think that's great. I think it's not easy, but it's great that you're doing it. So 2 cards for the outcome. You're gonna heal this emotional. This is a 4 of Cups, and then the Star card, Aquarius energy, and so in a sense, you're taking like, I think you're kind of recharging with friends. Is how I feel. You're using the people around you, you know, to kind of like, I think you're gonna hear insights, not particularly like seeking their advice. You're just gonna kind of, things are gonna come up in conversations where you're like, either like, okay, I really do have everything that I need, or, you know, the grass isn't greener, right? Because this, in the 4 of Cups energy, this person is not seeing all the things that they have, their balance here with all their, you know, their chakra alignment, or, you know, whatever. And so, or, you know, the beautiful home that they have. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is kind of like being on the outside looking in. So in a sense, I feel like this is mirroring, you know, like you're healing that aspect of like not seeing what you really do have, because you have felt like you are on the outside, and you have felt like you don't really see those things. And so this is about seeing that hope and having that sign, using your friends to help you through this time, your support, your family. You know, we're approaching the holiday season in the U.S. It's whatever you celebrate, maybe you don't, doesn't matter, but you know, a lot of people at this time do come together. So we're gonna get 2 more cards at the outcome. It is really hopeful, and kind of like I said, like, or such action that you're needing to take. Sorry, you know, you are in your very Capricorn way setting your mind to this thing and fixing it. So we have the 2 of Pentacles, movement, choices, decisions, and the 3rd eye. So this is, you know, I think I mentioned head and the heart decisions. And so now you're merging your intuition, your 3rd eye, and receiving those insights, right? With the Star card, you've used the signs that you're seeing. You are using those signs. You will be. However this energy resonates with you, and you're making the choices that you need to make to honor your energy and step out of fear, to find, maybe you've had a hard time really picking this one thing, and it's like bam, that insight comes, and you're you know, like, I think with the energy that we were feeling astrologically, well, Mars is moving into Scorpio, it already did actually, and so that's very action oriented. Mars was the original ruler of Scorpio, so you're just really taking that energy and like full steam ahead is how I feel. But you are realizing that there's aspects that some things are going to take time, right? You know, growing a seed and forming a marriage, you know, getting engaged, or all those, like, involving your relationship to the next level, if that's something that maybe you're resonating with. Like, you understand that those things take time, and you're seeing that intuitively how you want to manifest these things, and you're really coming from a place of love, which is super cool, Capricorn. I'm gonna pick a card for, what are these movement, choices, and decisions for you? What are you guys balancing? I'll pick 2 cards, actually. Oh, 3 came out. So we have the Tower card. Breakthrough. Actually, no, okay. I'm a little unfamiliar with these cards. So this is about coming into balance. The Breakthrough card, I think that's Judgment, which is, it was a Libra energy. You're like, oh, okay, I'm balancing my relationship, my things, and here this is the 6 of Swords, the burden. And so that's you coming into that energy of that mental exhaustion here. You know, he's like, oh, I'm carrying all this stuff on my back, but you're coming out of it and moving on to calmer waters. You see the end in sight. Right, and that goes back to that star card, that Aquarius energy that we're seeing. Like you're that's your breakthrough. You're like, oh, like this. I think the Mercury retrograde really maybe put one on you, and it was hard for you in a sense to maybe like sit back and let things come for you because you just wanted to see results. And very much with this energy, the innocence, you're seeing that your results come to you, and it's like very, I wouldn't say, I kind of want to say simple, but they're almost as just like little tiny insights, like this grasshopper. You just hear that emotional, like, you're taking this time for yourself, and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. I do have these things. I am balanced. Like, I do see the clarity in this situation. I feel like it's just like a very gentle, like, okay, all right. So yeah, that's a part of the outcome, I think. Got a little lost in your reading. No, that was the action needing to be taken. So yeah, you are breaking through and seeing the light, coming into balance, moving on to calmer waters, and I think this is going to be really emotionally fulfilling for you. So 2 more cards. And we have recognition and reward and solitude. So this is a 3 of Pentacles and the Hermit card. We did have the 2 of Pentacles present here, right? And when I saw the card, it's like, and I was even thinking, I was like, okay, like they're at this 2 of Pentacles thing. They want to make something stronger. And they're really able to choose that one thing right now. And so choosing that is what leads you into this stronger, the energy of 3, mind, body, spirit alignment. And you're receiving your higher insights from your higher power, whatever that is for you, through meditation or just like those little signs, right? Like the innocence card of holding the grasshopper, and you're seeing the simplicity in everything. And so with that, you recognize how you've had to honor your energy, and maybe here with the Hermit card, you're like, okay, maybe it is okay that I've had to go at this alone, or you felt like maybe you were being left out or not in balance, and so you're recognizing how those things can change, will change, and you are currently changing. It's just continuing to go back to studying yourself and what you can manifest out of just being patient. And I think here you're really recognizing all the breakthroughs and the hard work that you've put in through all of this. So 2 more cards for the outcome. So we have spiritual union and wisdom, right? They have the Hierophant and the 2 of Cups. This is about being emotionally at peace with everything. You've regained that charging that you need, and there's the aspects of these people being connected at the third eye, which you had the third eye chakra come up, right? And so it's really harnessing your intuition, because you've attained the wisdom and the higher insights to what needs to change. And maybe that means breaking some traditions and old conditioning, but that's, I think, in a sense, what the Scorpio season has done for you. And now that Scorpio is in Mars, you're taking the action to be like, okay, yeah, these things are changing. So I'm going to get some clarification on the Hierophant, the 5 wisdom card that we saw. So this is a Page of Pentacles. It's trust, and it's trusting your emotions about this, and kind of taking a more playful pursuit. Faith, trust, and pixie dust is what I see out of this card. That's very, very much that like Peter Pan energy of just embracing. Like, okay, I'm I'm gonna make these leaps. And it goes back to that trapped in fear energy, the Eight of Swords, and that we got caught up in at the beginning of the reading. That's your, you know, opening situation, and it's just blind faith in a sense. Taking those leaps, it's okay to be afraid. We just have to maybe acknowledge why we are, and not judge ourselves, and move on, continue to move forward. And that's a part of the wisdom that you're attaining with all of this, to listen a little bit more to your emotions, possibly, out of everything. And I think that's the key component here, is that's why the Eight of Swords energy kind of manifested, is because it was too much in your thought about what is balance, and not actually feeling the balance, right, with your emotions. So I'm going to get a couple numerology cards for advice as how you can, you know, further step into this trust energy, further trust your emotions, your intuitive insights. Maybe you have been seeing a lot of, like, you know, signs and synchronicities, which are meaningful coincidences, and it's kind of like too much to ignore at this point. You're like, oh, this is all right. Well, if you know, I think it's good. We got three cards coming out. So we have nature, physical activity, and perseverance. Dropping cards. So physical activity, nature, and perseverance. We have, I'm seeing a lot of like heart energy here, right? The emotions present. So this is the personal growth that you're experiencing here is continuing to push forward, knowing when you need to retreat, right? I think we have the emotional withdrawal here, and getting yourself into nature to recharge, so that you can continue to manifest the things that you want to manifest, and they're not, you know, misguided or, you know, fear-based things. And, you know, it's really recognizing that you've been through a lot here, perseverance, and you're going to continue to move forward. It's just, in a sense, like, you know, I think you, Capricorn, realize that it's not just about wishing for things, it's about taking action. And that's what this energy is really allowing for you to do, to continue to move forward, you have a strong foundation now, and so you're ready to move forward. Just keep doing what you're doing. So I'm going to get an Oracle of the Unicorn, Oracle of the Unicorns, for a little bit of inspiration. Man, so far these readings have been kind of long, close to 20 minutes. Yeah, one card left out. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, could you please like, comment, let me know if you're resonating with it. Let me know if you want to see some improvements, some different questions to ask. So we have innocence, time to play, nurture your inner child, live like a child with a sense of wonder. And what was I saying here, right? Peter Pan energy. There's the little baby unicorn there, and the parent, maybe whoever the older unicorn in its life is like, they're equally looking at it with that playful energy, and really just like embracing all that. I think it's beautiful. I see the nature card is just kind of like exploring in the woods or the ocean or wherever you live, taking a walk in the park, and just kind of enjoying that childlike, innocent energy. So we're gonna wrap it up with a Moonology card, and then we'll say goodbye, Capricorn. No, there's too many cards coming out there. Balance, spirituality, and practicality, and then a new start is coming. So this is just huge emphasis on what we started the reading with, right? Material and spiritual prosperity, spirituality and practicality. Yeah, this is you really taking charge of this new energy in your life that you've attained. You really tap into your intuition. You're managing your emotions. You're seeing where maybe your fear has come your mental energy has kind of stunted you and caused this imbalance. And so you're taking the time to just sit on things, right? That innocence card and all that childlike energy that we're kind of feeling in here is, you just look at, they're even similar colors, right? A new start is coming. And I think that's beautiful, Capricorn. If you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll all really help me out. You could also book private readings with me, and that information will be in the description box below, as well as my social media, Instagram and Facebook, which is @Eliser. And I hope you guys have a beautiful week. Much love, Capricorn.